You would notice if something was off about Mom, wouldn't you? Huh? You, who does nothing, shouldn't interfere. They say siblings are different people, but how could I stay silent when our dear mother is not herself, and my brother is saying stuff like, "Stop sticking your nose in our business when you only send $100 a month." Families come in all shapes and sizes. In my case, it just so happened that our father wasn't around. I don't remember my father because he died in an accident shortly after I was born. And my mother, who continued to love my father, never remarried and raised my brother and me on her own. She must have faced a mountain of hardships, yet she never let us see any of it, always greeting us with a smile. Now, as an adult, I want to do everything I can to repay her kindness. My name is Lisa. I'm a 43-year-old working mom with a high school-aged son. My brother Mike is 45. He's married, but they don't have children. Our mother, now past 70, has long since retired and is living on her pension. I was worried about my mother, but I felt relieved knowing that she was living with Mike and his wife. We can only visit during the Christmas holidays, but they seem to be getting along well, and my mother appeared to be having a peaceful retirement. But recently, I've started to worry. Due to the societal circumstances these past few years, I couldn't visit her as often. Sometimes we video chat online, but I've noticed that she seems to lack energy. She's already quite old, and I think she should go for a checkup, but she hasn't been too eager. So I decided to call Mike. Mike and his wife don't have any children, and his wife is a homemaker. I don't want to impose on them, but I thought I would ask if they could take Mom for a checkup. Hi Mike, it's been a while. I wanted to talk about Mom. I'm busy right now. Let's talk later. And he hung up. So I tried calling again during the weekend. Hey Mike, do you have time to talk? I'm concerned about Mom. I have a terrible headache. Let's talk some other time. He hung up again. If I send a text, it's just read and ignored. If this keeps happening, even I will lose my patience. If he's busy or not feeling well, he could call back when he's free, right? If he doesn't like calls, he could at least reply to text. Well, I can't be too demanding, because they are the ones taking care of our mom. Yes, I can't be there to take care of her myself, but at least I'm sending money. I've been sending $2,000 from my salary every month to Mom. I've never reported this to my brother Mike, although I can't imagine he doesn't know. Maybe I should take the time to have a thorough conversation with Mike. One day, while mulling over these thoughts, I got a phone call. Wait, it's from my sister-in-law. That's rare. Mike's wife, Brenda, is the same age as him, and she's a full-time homemaker. We don't really mesh well in conversation, so we can't exactly say we're close. Not that we're on bad terms, but we rarely contact each other. If there's anything to discuss, it's always through Mike. I tilted my head in confusion as I answered the call from Brenda. Lisa? What's the deal with this month's money transfer? This was the first thing out of her mouth. I remembered it was annoying dealing with her, but her words reminded me. I had passed the usual date for the money transfer, so Mike and Brenda were aware of my contribution after all, I thought. At the same time, I couldn't help but wonder if Brenda was the one managing it. I'm sorry, I've been so busy, I completely forgot. I'll make sure to transfer it by this weekend. You can transfer money online these days. We're taking care of your mother, you know. Don't tell me you think this is a free volunteer gig. I don't think of it like that. I'm always grateful to Mike and you, Brenda. Really? Just because I'm a housewife, it's like you've pushed all the responsibility of taking care of the mother onto me. You two siblings are terrible. Her words were harsh, but I couldn't argue. It seems Mike really is busy. But from Brenda's point of view, it's all complaints because she's left to handle everything at home. And I, being so far away, am neglecting my responsibilities towards our mother. If you're not going to do anything, at least make sure to pay your share. Make sure to transfer it by tomorrow. Got it? Yes, I understand. As the call ended abruptly, I let out a deep sigh. She's not wrong. Since I can't do anything else, the least I can do is ensure my payments are timely. The next day, I notified my work that I would be late and rushed to the bank for the transfer. A few days later, my mother called me. I picked up the phone, wondering if she had confirmed the deposit. Mom? What's up? Oh, Lisa, how are you doing? I'm sorry to bother you, but could I ask for a little more money just for this time? What? What my mother told me after that was astounding. As soon as I ended the call, I took action. After getting approval from my husband, I put in for paid leave at work. As soon as everything was in order, I boarded a plane. My destination was my childhood home, in a far-off land. Mom, what happened to you? Upon arriving home, I was lost for words at the sight of my mother, who had come to greet me. I couldn't tell over the video calls, but seeing my mother in person after a few years, she had lost a significant amount of weight. Well, I understand she's older, but the degree of her weight loss is alarming. Are you not hungry? No, I definitely have an appetite, but there's no food. What? We don't have money, so there's not much to eat. No money? Wait, Mom, are you making meals? No, Lisa is preparing them. Then... But with only having a cup of noodles every night, I've inevitably lost weight. What about Lisa? Does she also live with such a diet? She says she usually eats out and doesn't eat at home, unless Mike is around. What's going on? She has the means to eat out, right? Yet, she lets my mother eat such poor meals? Mom, if you can't cook, what about takeout? You could even get some exercise going out to buy it yourself. I'd like to, but we don't have the money. You don't? What about the $2,000 I send every month? Well, Lisa takes it all for the monthly expenses. What? What kind of expenses? Well, it would be too harsh to blame my mother. Her judgment may not be as sharp as it used to be. The problem lies with my brother and his wife. What on earth are they doing? I decided to wait for my brother and his wife to come home and have a discussion. Huh? Why are you here? These were the first words out of my sister-in-law's mouth when she returned home. It's been a long time, Brenda. I hope you've been well. What's the deal? Suddenly showing up? You know it's rude to just drop by, right? No, but... Just go. You're in the way. Be gone before Mike comes back. I suppose it's understandable if people are annoyed with me. But why on earth would they want me to go home so badly? Meanwhile, my brother Mike, who was worn out from working overtime, returned home. Huh? Why are you here? This was the first thing out of Mike's mouth, too. With a wry smile, I told Mike and Brenda that we needed to have a discussion. What's there to discuss? It's about Mom, Mike. How much do you know? Mom? What's up with Mom? Well, Mom has been eating just a cup of noodles every night. Achoo! Did you know she wasn't eating anything else? Huh? What are you saying? I mean, Mom's only eating... Achoo! Noodles. Achoo! Brenda, you're being quite loud. What's with her, interrupting me with a sneeze every time I speak? And what's with those sneezes? Who does she think she is? Brenda, unflustered, looked away, ignoring my glare. I'm saying she's lost too much weight. Have you even been talking to Mom? Do you think I have any time between all this overtime work I've been doing during this recession? Brenda has been taking care of Mom instead of me. You do nothing, so don't butt in. But I can't keep quiet under these circumstances. I may not be able to look after her, but I'm sending money, aren't I? What happened to that money? You call that money? Don't act so high and mighty over a mere $100. The moment Mike said that, the room fell into silence. What? I let out a small, surprised sound. If it were true that I was only sending $100, Mike's words would be entirely justified. However, that's not the case. What are you talking about? I've been transferring $2,000 every month. What? Now, it was Mike's turn to be surprised. With a loud noise, Brenda abruptly stood up from her chair. Well, it's getting late, so how about we shower and go to bed? You must be tired, right, Lisa? You're disturbing the peace of the family. Go home, go home. But Mike intervened. Hold on. Brenda, where did you put Mom's bank book? I don't know. You did ask me to deposit money as soon as possible, didn't you? Don't spout nonsense, Lisa. Brenda, standing her ground against my mom and me, let out a small gasp when Mike called her name in a low voice. Mike is scary when he gets angry. That's a well-known fact in our house. But then again, he only ever gets mad for good reason. He seemed to be genuinely angry now, having finally seen the situation for what it was. Where is Mom's bank book? Where is it? Wait, here it is. As Mike roared with anger, Brenda hurriedly brought out Mom's bank book. Seeing it, Mike was left speechless. Damn, she's been withdrawing $2,000 every month for years. Mike, you really didn't know? Yeah, Brenda told me she was only taking out $100 every month, and I believed her. What a mess. Such a misunderstanding. But the real problem is the person who caused this misunderstanding. Brenda, what did you do with the $1,900 from the money Lisa sends Mom after deducting the $100? It has just gone missing. What can you do about it? How does it just disappear? That's ridiculous. Well, it vanishes quickly if you gamble. There's nothing odd about that. What did you just say? Gamble? Uh-oh. Shake it off like you're cold and money will... What the heck are you saying? Lisa mentioned earlier that Mom only has a cup of noodles every day. So were you going to the casino during the day? Sometimes. How often is sometimes? I go to the casino from Monday to Friday and buy tickets online on weekends. That's every damn day! I'm astounded. No wonder the money we sent her disappears in a flash. In fact, she might have used up all the money Mike earned, excluding utilities and other necessary expenses. It turns out she didn't just squander Mike's earnings and my contributions, but even debt surfaced. After hastily summoning Brenda's parents, a unanimous decision was made to divorce, excluding Brenda. I won't divorce! No! Brenda was crying out, but after being severely reprimanded by her parents, she finally quieted down. Mike agreed not to demand alimony, but rather a promise to return the exact amount that I had been sending to my mother. Of course, a lawyer was present, and documents were created. Brenda's parents apologized and agreed to pay everything in a lump sum, including the alimony. According to Mike, Brenda returned home afterwards and is living under the strict supervision of her parents. She is working from dawn to dusk to repay the money her parents paid up front, it seems. Her parents are in touch with Mike, saying they are teaching her discipline every day. Mike and Mom have started a life just for the two of them. My husband and I moved when our son started living alone for college, a location halfway between my parents' house and my husband's in Ohio. It was fortunate that both my husband and I were transferred to branches of our companies located there. I have even reduced my workload and started to support Mike and Mom's life. Although Mike is not good at cooking, he has been skipping work to deliver lunch to Mom. Mom's face has returned to its former plump and kind expression, which is a relief. With that in mind, I go to see my mother today. Mom, please live a long and healthy life.